Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Pew Pew Show. I'm Dean and...
I'm Scott, and 7 episodes and we haven't killed each other yet. We're doing pretty good.
Doing all right.
We've got a great episode coming up from you guys tonight. Why don't we just kick straight into it?
Let's get straight into some shooting.
Are you ready? Stand by.
All right, so our Hold My Beer segment this time, we've got the famous Crixon coming up. He's one of Australia's juniors.
Yeah, shooting open and he is fast.
Lightning fast. In fact, he's got the record on this stage for nationals. Let's cut to it and have a look. Actually, it takes him longer to get ready than it does to actually get the stage done.
Yeah.
I find that with a lot of people though.
But he doesn't take as long as some.
Some do take a long time.
So we've got some quirky little repertoires they go through.
You'll notice on YouTube you see people go beep and then run their stage because they've cut out the whole front part with the arrows going. You ready yet? Oh, that compensator. Look at the smoke coming off that compensator.
I saw no recoil.
Oh, the speed.
Well, these short little Filipino guys, they can run like hell, I tell you what.
It's not just the Filos, it's short guys in general. We've got a low sense of gravity, mate. Straight through. That was it, he's done.
Okay.
Holy hell. I mean, sorry, that took us by surprise as well. He's already finished while we were trying to comment
on getting into it.
Yeah, we're trying to comment on his run, and he's done.
Yeah, he's already moved over to the next stage.
Mate, Crixon's got a phenomenal future in this sport. He's
Absolutely.
young, he's a junior, and look how quick he is already.
He's insane. I just can't wait to see what comes out of him in the next couple of years.
I think it's going to be great. He's definitely going to be one to watch.
Yeah, he's certainly not tapped out. He's still young in the sport. So
he's got a great family support with his dad, Elaine, as well. Elaine's a fantastic person. In fact, because I was ROing this stage, the footage we got from this was from, I asked Elaine to do the filming for us.
Okay, so that was your ROE mate, Steve, on there.
It was. He's been on it twice now. He's doing good.
He's been an RO for some time, I understand.
He has. He's been for a long time now.
Now, you're quite new at being an RO.
I am.
And tell us a little bit about how you become an RO.
How you become an RO? Well, first of all, you attend the Level 1 seminar. There's one coming up in July for Victoria. I'm not sure about the rest of the dates for the rest of the states, but if someone can comment below on when they're coming up, that'd be fantastic.
That'd be great. Or send us a link and we'll put them up on the Pew Pew Show on Facebook.
Yeah, 100%. Basically, you attend the level 1 seminar and then you go boots on ground from that point on. And from that point on, you are assessed. You go through a workbook.
Right.
You are assessed on your skills and abilities, and that's where the real training comes into it, is boots on ground.
And you need to attend level 2 matches, is that right?
Level 2 and level 3 matches.
Right, okay.
Until you're assessed that you are competent.
Great. And how long would that take somebody to achieve?
Probably an estimated around 12 months, but everyone's competency levels are going to be different. Okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit to pick up on things. Sometimes people are very, very natural at picking up on things. I was lucky enough that I was very natural in picking up on the rules, regulations, and the assertiveness of dealing with stages and running a stage as well.
Yeah, okay. So Scott, would you recommend somebody who maybe not necessarily interested in really becoming a full-on RO, would you still recommend them actually doing the course?
Oh, dude, 100%. Well, you've done the Level 1 seminar.
Yeah,
what did you learn out of it?
Oh, well, I learned a lot of things, and I think it's quite the benefit. People sort of say, oh, it makes you a better shooter. It doesn't really make you a better shooter. It makes you far more aware, which is really important, and maybe that does make you a better shooter in that sense. And I think not only that, I think it pays dividends back at your club. So at your club, when you're ROing there, you've got a lot more competency because you've done at least that course, regardless of whether you followed it through all the way to the end.
Yeah, I thoroughly agree.
Sign off.
I thoroughly agree. I think even if you're not going to go on to become an RO, to do the Level 1 seminar gives you an eye-opening to the rules and regulations, and it gives you a little bit more knowledge of what your rights are as a shooter.
Yeah. Well, that's the next bit I was actually going to get to. So highly recommend go do the course for a start. And as a shooter, 100%, you'll have a lot more confidence to be more assertive in a match, to say, hey, I want you to pull that, or I actually disagree with this, your call on this particular target. And I've had instances since, and I have been a little bit more confident to say, oh, I don't quite agree with you here. And
you've got the right to pull a target. And the RO's not going to sit there and go, oh, he's been a serial piss, he's pulling a target. No, if someone asks for a target to be pulled, we'll pull it.
Well, this is the thing. I guess the the perception or the disposition an RO really, or a good RO needs to have is that it's not a you against me thing. It's what the result is, and let's find out what it really is.
Yeah, it's never a you against me thing. We're there as shooters and giving back to the sport, and we're there to officiate and make sure your scores are right. I mean, if you've got a score that's an alpha, we want to see you get it.
Yeah, you need to have it.
Yeah, but, you know, we're not here to put you down or to say, no, you can't have that score.
Yeah.
We want to see you get ahead and we want to enjoy it. We're there to officiate and we're there to keep you guys safe.
Yeah.
But we're also there to make sure you guys have fun.
Yeah. And that's what IPSC is all about.
Exactly. I mean,
So,
you guys have spent 150, 200 bucks for a match.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit there and make you unhappy with that.
No. So speaking of having fun, what is one of the perks or good things that come from being an RO and going away to these matches and doing them?
From being an RO, and every Brotherhood ROs will agree with this one, our camaraderie is phenomenal.
Okay.
We've got a fantastic camaraderie with IPSC.
Yep.
And then we've got this fraction of ROs that it's like a brotherhood within a brotherhood with IPSC, and our camaraderie is fantastic. And we have a ball when we go away.
Good.
We're all staying at the same place. We're all eating out together. Very similar to the teams when they get out there and do their dinners and that. In fact, you know, there's sometimes I can't make the CDPC dinners because I've got an RO dinner, which is nearly every night. But we bus to and from the range together, so we have a great relationship.
But that's not just dinner, it's dinner and drinks.
Just dinners, a few drinks. And, you know, you hit 1 o'clock in the morning and Bowden starts bringing out the fireball shots. Yeah.
Right. So that's the other perk, right? It has to do with you get to shoot the pre-match or the first couple of days.
Yes, that is a perk. Well, it is a perk in such. We get to debug the stages for you.
Okay.
As an RO, we're not going to win the match, okay? Because we've got so much else in the background going on. So we've already sort of discounted that we're not going to be in contention and we're not going to win the match. On top of that, we get to debug all the stages to make sure they all work for you guys when you actually get out there. So, you know, I will say the word sacrifice as such, because we sacrifice our own shooting to make sure that the competitors have a wonderful match. And it's all worth it. It really is all worth it.
I imagine there is some degree of sacrifice, and I personally would say thank you to all the ROs, and I know that everyone is very grateful to the ROs and the work that they do. What about the downsides? There's got to be downsides to it as well.
Downsides to ROing will be that unless you're cookie and just rail a master grade while you're an RO.
Okay, great, yeah.
Which can be done. It can be done with dedication. I'm going to ask him a few tips on dedication on how.
Maybe you got a few reshoots doing debugging.
No, we don't get anything.
Well, that sucks.
We get nothing. You're actually in a squad with ROs, and if any rule's broken around,
they're going to get on you.
You don't have 2 ROs out there. You've got 10 of them going, nah, mate, not happening.
So does that mean the stage takes a really long time when there's a disagreement because they all want to get involved?
There's never a disagreement. You've got 10 ROs against 1. Lions 1, Christians none, mate. You're not going anywhere. You've got no chance. You do a procedural, there's 10 guys sitting there going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're not getting away with that. So we're more scrutinised on that than anything else. But look, it's great fun, and we do the matches, and we do the matches for fun as well as, you know, there are some ROs out there that are very, very competitive, and you can see that.
Okay.
And great, good on them. I think it's great.
So downsides could be sandbagging.
As in nationals.
Could be getting the bad weather on the first couple of days, and then everyone else gets the good weather.
I'll tell you what, every now and every RO will agree with me. Every time you put a grey shirt on, it pisses down with rain. It goes from that to blistering freaking 45-degree heat. So I think every time, and Kane will agree with me on this one, every time we've done a match, and Jody will too, every time we've done a match, it's either been 45 degrees or blistering with bloody rain coming down on us, or both.
Remember, Scott, we're supposed to be encouraging people to RO.
Yes. Again, it's really great fun. We need you. Please RO. Sign up for the next level 1. But we do. We have fun while we're doing it.
So, thanks, Scott, for sharing some insights into becoming an RO. Let's transition over to Coach Hags.
Good morning, guys. This is Coach Hags coming to you from the beautiful Kyoto. This is a range that's very close to the range where the European Champs are going to be held. Today, we're going to talk about transitions. There are 2 parts to this video, so this will be part 1. Part 2 will be discussing another part of transitions. In this part, we're going to talk about transitions where the targets are under 90-degree angle away from each other. So what is 90 degrees? Well, if you put your arm out in line with your shoulder. That forms your one angle. And straight out there, here's your 90 degrees. So any targets within that 90-degree angle, we're going to use this technique to engage them. And the technique we use when the angle is 90 degrees or less is to keep the firearm out, fully extended. In other words, we do not bring our arms in. Why do we bring our arms in? Well, when we've got a greater angle than 90 degrees, the weight at the end of our arms acts like a pendulum. And swinging from one target to the next, that pendulum wants to keep going, which delays us in acquiring our sight picture and firing the shot. So in part one, we're going to only discuss targets within the 90-degree angle. Now, during the transition, the most important thing for me, other than my platform, my shooting platform, my stance, and my grip, I want to be able to engage the target, and I want my eyes to snap or my head to snap, depending on the angle, before my gun leaves. In other words, I'm not working like a turret from the hips, maintaining my sight picture as I transition. That's too slow. I want to engage the target, I want my eyes to pick up the next target, and I want my gun to follow. That way, with a visual on the A zone of the target I'm going to engage, or the spot on the A zone that I want to engage, my gun will naturally come to that point. And we will do the live exercise now. The points I want to repeat are that if the angle of the targets are under 90 degrees, up to 90 and under, we do not pull our arms in. We maintain the firearm at full length. We engage our target, our eyes move in their sockets, or your whole head moves to the next target and your gun follows. Let's do the live exercise. Okay guys, we've set up the stage so that we've got one target on the right and one target on the left. You can do this dry fire at home as well. You don't need to shoot rounds for this, but obviously live fire is much better, so you can manage your recoil management and your trigger control as well. And you can see what your hits are on the target, which is very important. What we're going to do here when we train this is we're going to draw the firearm, we're going to engage 2 alphas on the target, and then we're going to snap our head and eyes to the next target, and we're going to be looking at the spot we want our sights to land and fire another 2 shots. We're not going to stop there with only 4 shots. We're going to continue with the practice and snap back to the first target, and so on. We will continue until our mag is empty. That's how you train transitions. Use a whole mag on the transition practice, and then assess your score and your hits and reload and do it again and start from left and go to right this time. The key element to remember here is, because it's under 90 degrees angle, both targets that I'm going to engage are within 90 degrees, they're less than 90 degrees, is to keep the gun out. Do not pull it in. And the other thing to remember is that you want to snap your eyes to the next target, so that you're looking at the spot you want your sights to land for the next shots. Okay, so I hope that demonstrates how I train transitions and what the method is for targets that are within the 90-degree angle, up to 90 degrees, and to continually do the transition until your magazine is empty. That way you burn it in. You can also do this in dry fire, as I said earlier. I'll just have a quick look at the targets. We've got 4 nice alphas here, 1 nice double. So the sights are stopping exactly where I want them to stop on each target, because I'm looking at the spot that I want the sights to stop on. I'm not following my sights in the transition like a turret on a tank. My eyes are leaving my sight picture and going to the next point I want to engage. And 4 nice alphas here too. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching, and we will do a part 2 shortly to explain what we do when the angle is greater than 90 degrees. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. That was awesome. And I didn't know not to bring the gun in and bring it out within that 90 degree. That's an awesome tip. Thanks for that, man.
Absolutely going to save time there. Also, we've got to stay tuned for the second section of the transitions.
Yep, part 2 coming up in the next show.
Yep, and if you want to get to find out a little bit more training tips from Coach Hags.
We'll get some personal tips from Coach Hags as well, because he's actually got a personal coaching thing that you can actually sign up to on True Fans.
True Fans.
We're going to put that in the comments below. In the comments below, the link, and we're also going to put it on the bottom of the screen now for you. Click on it, jump on it, because Hags has got so much to offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you can see, Targets USA standard and mini coppers can be completely disassembled, making them easy to transport. Both the Rhino and the IPSC plates are fully reversible. This saves time during the match from having to repaint them. Resetting the targets has never been so easy. Just place your hand or your foot at the back of the unit, then interlock the plate with the locking mechanism. Standard poppers come with a reversible activating keyhole for getting all those moving targets activated. The last thing that shooters and ROs want is a range malfunction, and the best way to avoid this is to use these high quality and highly reliable targets made from Targets USA.
Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
International competitions. Starting over in America, we have the Cary Optics Nationals. This is taking place on the 23rd to the 25th of June. This is at the Cardinal Center in Marengo, Ohio. This comprises of 21 stages, minimum rounds of 350. Registration will be open until the 17th of June. 4th of July, we have a 4-day event called the Polish 360. This is a level 3 handgun IPSC match. It's 30 stages and a minimum of 550 rounds. This is taking place at the city of Wikles in Poland. Unfortunately, the entries for this event have now closed, but good luck to all those participating. The Grandmaster 6 Challenge. This is taking place on the 6th of July through to the 9th of July. It's a level 3 handgun competition comprising of 12 stages and a minimum of 216 rounds. The location for this is Marikina, Parang in the Philippines. We have the 22nd Bolo Cup 2023. This is taking place on the 20th to the 23rd of July. This is a level 3 handgun competition, and it's also the Australasian 2024 qualifier match. This comprises of 12 stages and a minimum of 200 rounds. This is taking place at Armed Forces shooting ranges in Marikina City in the Philippines. Queensland State Handgun Championships are taking place on the 29th to the 30th of July. This is at Townsville Pistol Club and comprises of 12 stages, 222 rounds as a minimum. The closing dates for this are the 13th of July.
Hey everyone, we've got a letter from Maria, and she's from Brazil. Thank you, Maria, for writing in, and it's fantastic to see the Pew Pew Show is reaching all corners of the globe. Maria says, hi, I'm new to IPSC shooting, and I'm having trouble with my grip and dealing with recoil. All the guys down the range talk about Steve Anderson's shooting tips, and I was wondering if he could help me improve my grip and deal with recoil anticipation. I'm often shooting alphas with Charlies on the second shot, even on close targets. Thank you in advance, Maria. Well, Maria, best we hand you over to the rock star of dry fire, Steve Anderson.
Hey, Maria from Brazil, thank you so much for writing in with your question about recoil anticipation and grip. Now, here's the deal. We are in an era of unprecedented grip discussion and grip analysis. And what these people that are discussing and analyzing grip are inferring, but not quite saying, is that if you have a great grip, you can rip 2 shots with 1 sight picture all the time. And people love hearing that because secretly that's what they want to do. Oh, I just want to get in there and double tap, tap, pop, 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 pop. And these people are inferring that if you have a great grip, you can do that all the time. This is not true. Everybody has what I call a blast zone in which you can fire 2 shots pretty successfully on less than 2 sight pictures. It might be 1 sight picture if it's really close. It might be what I call a rolling sight picture where it's up and down and never really stops. But what this is all about is learning to shoot at the speed of sight. So what I want you to do is take a shot up target on the front of your target stand, put a clean target on the back. So you won't be able to see your bullet holes on the front, and you've got to look at the back to score the target. Put that at whatever distance is giving you trouble. Draw and fire 2 shots at a competition pace. Do not stand there and shoot perfect alphas. You will not learn to call your shots this way. What you need to do is fire 2 shots at a competition pace and then predict what you are going to see when you go down and look at that target. You should have a feeling in your mind of, okay, those were both pretty good. One of those was a little weird. When you get to the back of the target, if they're both good, that's great. You saw what you needed to see. If there's a weird one that surprises you, go back to what you shot and try to play back what you saw and see if you can figure out where the weird one was. This is not bad information. This is just information. And again, if you stand there and shoot perfect alphas, you will not learn to call your shots. You will not learn to shoot at the speed of sight. Once you can do this pretty good on one target, add another target. Now we got 2 shots on 2 targets. You only really need to know the weird ones. You'll get a feeling, hey, those were pretty good. And then every now and then you'll get a feeling of, hey, one of those was a little weird. Try to predict what you're going to see. And then eventually you'll want to do what we call the accelerator drill, which is close, medium, far, whatever those distances mean to you. Okay, shoot it near to far, shoot it far to near, and again, try to go predict what you see. This is going to teach you to learn at the speed of sight instead of, shoot at the speed of sight rather, instead of getting a perfect grip and trying to rip doubles. Okay, everybody has a distance at which ripping doubles with a perfect grip works. The problem is that distance is different for every shooter, every firearm, and every grip. You need to learn where that distance is as opposed to trying to rip off doubles all the time with a great grip. People talk about grip causing weird shots, and I get it. Grip causes weird shots. Perfectly understandable. However, there's something visual happening during that process that we need to be able to see. Yes, grip can cause a shot to go weird, but you need to be able to see that as the gun fires so you can do something about it and you can fix that weird shot before the RO finds it. A little bit of dog noise signing off. Hope that helps. If it doesn't, write us another letter and we will try again. Thank you so much.
Coming to you live from Caliber with Johnny Webb, Scotty B, me and you, and Andy Midday. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Johnny Webb.
Stand by.
yeah.
Say hi, boys.
Do you know where the school's at?
On the way.
Basically, that's his school.
Yep.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Not only did we have a great weekend this weekend,
Oh, yeah.
but one of our friends shot up to Queensland, literally shot up to Queensland.
Absolutely.
Let's see how he did.
It's the adventures of
Timmy time!
Scott and Dean here from the Pew Pew Show, asking you if you've got a blazing run
Or a complete FUBAR,
and you'd like us to feature it on the Pew Pew Show,
send it into us at
thepewpewshowaustralia@gmail.com. Thanks everybody for joining us on our 7th episode of the Pew Pew Show. I hope you stick around for many more.
We've managed to get 7 of these out and it's been fantastic. We hope we're giving you the knowledge that you want. If there's anything you want to see on the show, please put it in the comments below. But don't forget, before we go, please like
Subscribe.
and hit that notification bell so it allows YouTube to get this out to more people. We are going to start tapping into USPSA very soon as well, so we can start getting the Americans in the show.
Absolutely.
100%. Until that time,
Run faster than me and shoot straighter than Scott.
and we'll see you next time on the Pew Pew Show. Pew, 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 pew. It was your backup shots this time, I heard them.